Welcome to part 1 of 3 of English for Health. These videos have been produced to support those who don't have English as a first language to better understand healthcare in the UK and the NHS. This video is an introduction to the NHS. You may have heard of the NHS when people talk about hospitals. So what is it? NHS stands for National Health Service, and it's what we call our state-funded healthcare in the UK. It costs a lot of money to keep people healthy, so where does the NHS get its money from? The NHS is funded by UK citizens through taxes we pay to the government. The government decides how much money the NHS needs and gives the money to the NHS through the Department of Health and Social Care. The NHS is not just for hospitals, but many different services. In fact, there are so many we can't fit them all into this video. You can learn more about the different services in video 3. NHS services are divided into 3 types of care: primary, secondary, and tertiary care. Let's look at each one. Primary care includes seeing a GP, a type of doctor, seeing a dentist for your teeth, and using a pharmacy to get medication. Secondary care is for more serious things, like emergency care for a broken bone, or seeing a specialist for physiotherapy. Tertiary care is for major surgeries, like transplants or specialist care. Most NHS services are free at the point of use, but some services have to be paid for. One of these services is the pharmacy, also called a chemist. To get certain medications from the pharmacy, you will need your GP to give you a note called a prescription. The prescription tells you how much medication to take and how often, along with special instructions. It will also confirm your personal information. When you take the prescription into the pharmacy, they will get your medication ready. You will need to pay for each prescription. Some groups of people do not need to pay for pharmacy services. There is also no cost for most types of contraception. Dental services will also require you to pay. To make payment simple, there are 3 price bands based on the severity of treatment. Band 1 is for examinations, cleaning, x-rays, and diagnosis. Band 2 is for minor treatments such as fillings and extractions. Band 3 is for severe treatments like crowns, bridges, and dentures. Like the pharmacy, some groups do not need to pay for dental services. Another service you'll have to pay for is optical care. Most opticians are private, so prices can be different. Some people can have a free eye test or get vouchers to help pay for glasses. You can get a free eye test if you're in one of these groups. Not everyone is entitled to use NHS services for free. Primary care GPs and out-of-hours services are free for everyone. But remember, other primary care services can cost money. Free access to most secondary and tertiary care is based on residency. To qualify for free use of these services, you must live in England and be in ordinary residence. If you have a visa or student visa, you may have to pay a surcharge before using NHS services. However, some services and some individuals are exempt from payment. You can learn more about your entitlement by following the link on screen. If you are not eligible, you can still use hospital services, but you will have to pay. That's the end of Module 1. Let's look at some questions and see how much you remember. Pause the video after each question and press play when you have an answer ready. True or false? All NHS services are free. False. Some services such as dentists, opticians and pharmacies will require payment. True or false? Seeing a GP is free for everyone. True. Anyone in the UK can see a GP, regardless of residential status. True or false? You must be a UK citizen to use NHS hospital services. False. Anyone with ordinary residence can receive free hospital care. That's the end of Module 1. Thanks for watching.